Today we'll be making chocolate with raw local honey. First, let's start by talking about the equipment and the ingredients that I'll be using today. On the far left, we start with the double boiler. And this has water on the bottom pan, and then the top part of the double boiler is empty for now. But we'll be using that top part to put our ingredients in to melt them so that they don't burn. Then we also have our chocolate molds. And other than measuring spoons and spoons, that's all the equipment we'll be using. Moving on to the ingredients, we have local honey. So you're going to have to find out in your area if there's a farmer's market or some place where you can buy local honey in your area. Then there's Himalayan pink salt. Any salt would work fine. We chose to use Himalayan pink salt. And we've got organic peppermint extract. Now, not all of the chocolate that we're going to be making today is going to use this peppermint extract, but we are going to be making some peppermint flavored chocolate, so that's what we're using that for. Then we've got the organic dry whole milk powder. Then we have organic ghee that we'll be using. And then finally, and probably most importantly, we have our 100% unsweetened chocolate. So that's very important. I'll be using the organic. This organic chocolate from Walmart costs $2.49 for 4 ounces, but you can get the generic brand of unsweetened chocolate from Walmart for $1.78. So it depends what you want. If you really want premium chocolate, go with the organic. If you want to save a little money, go with the generic. I'm going to be using 6 of these 4-ounce unsweetened chocolate bars, but when I make chocolate, I make a lot of it because I want to have a decent amount so we don't run out, because I wouldn't want to run out and then have someone be tempted to buy some evil chocolates from the store with their processed sugars and sometimes hydrogenated oils, fillers, and so-called natural and artificial flavorings, to name just some of the problems with chocolates from the store. Now, if you don't want to make this much, you can make a third or a half this amount just by cutting the measurements down a half or a third. I'm adding 1 tablespoon of ghee, and I'm adding 6 heaping tablespoons of dry whole milk powder. The organic whole milk powder from samsclub.com that I use is also less expensive than any type of non-organic milk powder that I'm aware of. I used to get milk powder that wasn't organic, but then the price went up on it all of a sudden about a year ago, and so I was looking for a less expensive option, and I came across this organic milk powder from samsclub.com, and I feel like it even makes the chocolate taste better. It's probably the main reason why I continue to be signed up for Sam's Club. So I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of salt, and then I'm just going to let it melt. And once it melts, I'm going to stir it around and make sure that it's nice and smooth. And then I'm going to put it in the freezer for 10 minutes to let it cool before I add the honey. The reason I do this is because I want the honey to stay raw. I don't want to heat up the honey. So I found that by putting it in the freezer and letting it cool, the chocolate will stay melted, but it won't be hot like it is after you get done melting all this chocolate. So in this way, we're preserving the nutrients in the raw local honey. Now that it's done cooling, we're going to add 1 cup of raw local honey and mix it in. Beth and I have been able to eliminate processed sugars from our diet, and making this chocolate is primarily what allows us to do it. We don't consider raw local honey to be processed sugar. We consider it to be whole food because of its health benefits and because no processing is involved in making it, unless you consider the spinning of the honeycomb to get the honey out of the comb to be processing. And then we're going to pour the chocolate into molds. With this basic chocolate recipe, you can add so many things to give it variety. Coconut flakes, almonds, walnuts, raisins, or any combination of these. I'm planning on coming out with a future video where I make goat milk chocolate dessert. Again, you're going to have to make a trip to a local farmer or find goat milk from a local farmer, but really that's the best way to get your milk. After I finish pouring the heart molds, I'm going to add a teaspoon of mint extract to the remaining chocolate Mix it up and pour the remaining chocolate into the bunny molds. So I'll have mint chocolate bunnies. And now I'll put the chocolate in the refrigerator to let it harden. So the chocolate is hardened in the refrigerator, and we're going to push the chocolate pieces out of the molds and into this bowl. I hope this video was helpful. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And for more health and wellness content, subscribe to our channel. And here's the finished product, stored in zipper bags, the hearts and the bunny.